Today's episode of The Bottomless Truth is brought to you by Audible.com. Our friends over at Audible are offering all Bottomless Truth listeners a free 30-day trial with one free audiobook download. Over 170,000 titles ready for you. And they read the books to you. So you can just be lazy. Do your thing. It's audibletrial.com/bottomlesstruth.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
I feel sorry for you people that don't drink. I mean it, because when you wake up in the morning, that's as good as you're going to feel all day.
The truth shall set you free. Handle the truth.
You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
Say what? Just say it. I want to hear you say it. Just say it! Just tell me the truth!
Handle the truth.
The plan is to educate and entertain?
Yep,
And we pulling up something?
you got it.
Well, we're going to call it The Bottomless Truth with CD and Juice.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm just saying, any deviation of behavior is a flag, right? So anything that's out of pattern. If I remember, like, a long time ago, someone used to tell me, like, I used to get mad at people for acting a certain way, and she was like, Chris, why are you mad at them? They do the same thing every time. This is just who they are. You can't be mad at them for who they are. As long as they're consistently themselves, you just need to learn what to expect and deal with. And so ever since then, it's like, all right, I just learn who you are, then I can accept you for it. And anytime you deviate from that behavior is when there's like, what the fuck's going on? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's in like dating, friendships, relationships, whatever. So I think it's a point that leads back to like the big C word, right? Consistency. I think as long as people are consistent in their approach to just about anything, like you think about work, if you're always one of the first people at the meeting and turning in your stuff a day early, the first time you turn it in the same day, somebody's like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well,
as if you're like, nigga, the due date was at 10. Yeah, right. But you always turn it in.
You always turn it in at 11.
Right, you know? And so, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. Interesting point.
Yeah, man, you could, yeah, like you said, it's all about consistency. And even when somebody's texting, in like a change in pattern in that behavior, you could tell, you know what I'm saying, when something's off. You know,
can.
Because I hate, a lot of people say you can't really tell through text message, because how can you detect my tone through a text message? Or
because if you texted me differently than you usually do, I know your tone. Yeah,
right. If we
them fingers ain't floating.
Exactly. Because think about it like this: if you're texting somebody, especially when you just meet them, if you're texting somebody, when you just meet somebody, the texting is like boom, 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 boom. It's rarely like a delay in time. You know what I mean? Right. I say you hey, you say hey. I say you shit. How's your day? Maybe a minute later, oh, my day was cool. How was yours? I mean, the conversation flows, because any gap that you have during texting, it takes away the momentum from the conversation. So if you guys are texting back and forth fluidly for a duration of time, that says a lot, right? I mean, you guys are interested in one. Well, you're interested in the conversation. You know, the
thing is, big gaps are okay after some type of endpoint, right?
Yes, exactly. Big gaps are okay, but if I'm hitting you with my daily good morning, you know what I mean, and you even respond with, hey, good morning, what you up to, and then we send about 2 or 3 texts back and forth, and you leave me high and dry at what you're doing later, and then you don't text me back till later, and then I respond, I was trying to link up, are you free? Are you home? And then I don't hear from you again till the next day. That kills total momentum. And then I'm left to think that, something must be off. especially if you do that. Especially if you do that consistently. Like if you're being short, especially with them long text that has now turned into short text. You know, hey, how was your day? Good. Opposed to telling me everything
what the fuck you was doing.
Right, all day like you used to do.
Right.
Something is off. You know, especially if I get 2 texts back to back, good, straight, fine. I'm like, oh, okay, something going on.
Yeah, I mean, back to that story. That's why I just try to be as consistent as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why you say it's a breaking behavior. Yep.
Any breaking behavior, question marks just arise.
Yep. Now you got to think about did I do something wrong? Oh, I just lit my candle too, Bo.
Yeah, man, got me. I actually got these. The glare is messing it up.
Yeah,
the family indulgences. They're pretty good, man.
Yeah,
I've been burning these for a little minute.
I got a Tuscany candle.
And this just goes to show listeners, if you listening, you got to start watching the YouTube, bro.
Yeah, soothing eucalyptus.
Soothing eucalyptus.
That's the candle I'm burning tonight.
So see if you can see this. See if you can read this. Can you read that?
It says, if your boyfriend's wife passes, do you attend? If your boyfriend's wife passes, do you attend the funeral to show support? Your boyfriend. Now hold the phone up. Hold it up. Why wouldn't I attend my graduation? Hell no. That's fucked up. She think that's her graduation. Hell, you mean?
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
You probably got 3, 4, 5 of you all at the funeral.
All at the funeral.
All at the funeral. All on the same row.
Bro. And then you know who gonna tell on them? Somebody, one of the little kids. Oh, that's Miss So-and-so. Miss So-and-so. Yep. Yeah. That was Daddy's receptionist.
I'm telling you, man, that Papa was a Rolling Stone.
You know, I love that song always because it starts out with my birthday.
It was the 3rd of September.
Exactly. The day I'll always remember.
Boom, boom.
That was the day.
Hey, that
my daddy died.
Yeah. You know that might be the longest intro in intro history. Dum, 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 dum.
I know. That shit was probably like a minute for real.
Nah, bro, fam. That shit was longer than a minute, bro. That shit was probably 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Why it sound like a 70s police intro?
Yeah, that's
like,
definitely
like to Shaft or fucking
That's the intro. That's the intro to Cops in 1970, bro.
Doom doom doom
doom doom doom. Dum 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 dum. We played that shit in the band, but we goddamn went stupid.
Yo, that's so crazy. That was an interesting point to talk about.
Yeah, man. What's up? Yeah,
that's our pro tip for the day.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So basically, if you're slow, we were just talking about how a break in communication, whether it be verbally face to face or even whether it be through text, mainly that's what we're talking about.
And not even just a break in communication, bro. Like literally any deviation from normal behavior.
Yeah, deviation from normal behavior. I like that. Any deviation from normal behavior that breaks what you're consistently used to, you know.
It's a flag, right?
That's a flag.
Not necessarily a red flag. You're just
it's a flag, yeah.
You're just like, what did I do?
What did I do? What happened?
You know what I'm saying? And then there's somebody, when you're in the dark, it's just like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Mm-hmm. Maybe I should just not overthink. Maybe I should. I'm going to just call my niggas.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
And that's where every situation work. Because you know what? This is a good segue. I think like, I was thinking back to my life. I was talking to Sean one day and I was like, man, sometimes as a black man, I'm always waiting on the other shoe to drop. Like right now, shit's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know COVID crazy. I had a little white-ish guilt because of that, but job good. You know what I'm saying? I've been able to reconnect with my not inner peace, but like with my mind over COVID because I'm not necessarily out in the streets.
Needed the break from the streets though, Chris. Imagine if COVID didn't happen, bro. Imagine if COVID didn't happen. You'll be on somebody's couch right now, standing up with the new J's all on the couch.
And we had the 5s on the couch.
Yeah, you would have had the 5s on the couch, bro. And now you itching to show off your J's. You needed some rest, but continue.
No, I mean, and then like, so everything's going good. Even, and it's like I walk down the street and it's a clear sunny day, but I'm just like, where the fucking pothole? I'm looking behind my right shoulder, like, where the car that's driving too fast.
You expecting something because shit going too good. You expecting something.
Shit going too good.
I'm the same way.
Bro, I had a lot of trials the last, 10 years, really, since college. A lot of trials. I've had a lot of successes, but a lot of these things kind of required a bit of perseverance from myself, right? I've gotten laid off twice, right. And each time afterwards, I got a better role, right?
Right.
Oh,
hey, no. Shout out. The light went out. The light went out, bro? Nigga. I thought you had some ghosts that were going around.
I know, like a nigga living in the projects.
Bro, you sound like Dave Chappelle when you cut the light back on. He said, bitches. All right, so you said that might be the bad thing that went wrong right there. That's it. That's what you
shit, I hope that's it.
Light went off during the pod. There you go.
That'll be clutch as fuck if that was the only thing going on. But yeah, you always kind of like the perseverance thing has got me there, right? Like Notre Dame, I got waitlisted and then got in and then just tried to crush it when I got there. Got a job offer when I was there at Microsoft. Dream job, rescinded. Then I got a job at IBM, right. But not even initially. Like they hired one of my classmates for the role that we were going for, and then were like, "We like you so much, we're gonna give you this role." Right. And then this role just so happened to be in a fucking division that went under 3 years later. So now I'm fucked again, right? Mm-hmm. And then you go. And now it's like, boom, I'm in the job. I just signed a lease to a dope ass crib in Houston. Mm-hmm. Everything's going smoothly. Mm-hmm. Why is it that black men always feel like we're waiting on the other shoe to drop? Finance is good. Nigga, I look at my account all the time.
Mm-hmm. Just to make sure it was exactly what it was when you was on there last. The last time you was logged in.
Nigga, morning, noon, and night.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure the decimal is in the
right. Place. The niggas, they still didn't take that. This is awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
This is awesome.
Exactly, man. Because you know what's crazy? It's crazy that you say that, man, because I've been watching Hidden Colors during this quarantine. Hidden Colors is a documentary, basically not only schooling us on everything black, white supremacy, our culture, where we truly come from, why we don't have, banks and, more stable communities and things like that. And, the benefits of putting your dollar back in the community and shopping black and everything. It's a series of DVDs that Gary, HWZuoO, brought over to the house, right? So he brought over 5 discs. He already had 1 through 4.
Nigga, how did you watch it? That nigga would have bought 5 discs to my house. I'd have been like, what are these for?
Yeah, I know. We put them on the
paper spacers.
Yeah. We put them on the PlayStation.
What am I to do with this?
yeah. I can't get jiggy with this shit. But yeah, man, they each one is like 2 hours long, man. So I just watch them in sections, bro. And basically, also like the reason why I even mention that is because they kind of say that, they kind of cover that in the documentary. Like even when things are going good for black folk, especially black men, we always gotta keep our head on a swivel because where we live and how we got here and everything that we have, it could be taken from us just like that.
Just like that.
And the system isn't designed for you to be doing and for me to be doing as well as we're doing.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah. So the first thing, no,
bro, I just told you a story. I went by the place that I was telling you I was going to rent. I went by there on Saturday. Just today's Thursday, we're recording. So last Saturday. And the owner was coming out of the house with two guys who looked like frat guys. And so I walked up, and the owner was actually an Arab guy. And initially he looked at me and was like, I can't show you the house. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, I've already seen it. I came with my agent a couple of days ago. I really liked the space. I just wanted to come by and see the parking situation. And luckily, I had on my Notre Dame MBA shirt. And so he looked at my shirt and goes, oh, did you go to Notre Dame? And I was like, yeah. And then we get to talking. He's like, oh, I'm a professor at UH. And I teach electrical engineering. And I'm like, oh, I was undergrad electrical engineering at Clemson. And then we had a conversation right before we left. He was like, do you guys want to see the house?
Exactly. Now
you know what I mean?
Right.
So sometimes it sucks because we have to qualify. We have to do this in corporate America too. Like I was talking to some new hires, or I think my principal or something one time, and he was talking about my approach to meeting with executives. And I remember a line from the show House of Lies. It's a very true line where Don Cheadle, who was in my former role as a management consultant, and so we're talking to C-level executives all the time, and they value our opinion. But when they walk in there, he's always like, well, the first thing I do is judge his reaction to me. And the guy looked at him, and he's like, what? He was like, they're not used to a lot of black people coming in to tell them what to do. So the first thing I do is judge his reaction to black people. Sometimes, and he was like, I manipulate it. Sometimes people are so scared of being racist, they'll do whatever you tell them. He was like, but there's sometimes that they're so racist, I get my number 2 to play number 1 on this account because I still need the money.
And they don't give a goddamn if I'm black or not. They don't get intimidated at all.
Right. And so I took that and I was like, I noticed their reaction to me being black. And then I qualify myself, right? Like in the first few minutes, whether it's, hey, I used to work at IBM.
Let me ask you this. Did he know you was black before, or did he know you was black and expressed interest prior to him seeing you that day?
No.
Or was the conversation between him and your agent?
The conversation wasn't between him at all. He has a broker as well.
Okay.
So the conversation was between my agent who's also black,
right,
and the broker.
His broker, right. So that's the first time the owner is seeing who's interested in his place.
Correct.
Right. I got you.
It worked out to the point where it was a bidding war for the spot. There were 4 applications. They told me I made it to the last 2. Told me the reason I won was they were like, the owner met you on Saturday and he really enjoyed your conversation.
You had to sell yourself.
And it was a solo.
Now imagine if you didn't go over there and check out the place.
Exactly.
And he just went by a photo of you. Like,
with my 2 chains on.
With your 2 chains on, yep. And your Blue Jays hat and them crispy 5s you just bought. Crispy. Like, oh man, I'm not giving that shit to this dope dealer. I'm not leasing my place to this hoodlum. To this fucking hoodlum. Fuck that. Let me call up Steven and see if he wants to tell me.
Let's get the 2 frat boys.
Exactly. And let Steven and Jack know that they've been approved because I know their fathers.
Did you like Cal's application?
Exactly, bro. Yeah. But that's good. It's good though. You got the place. You won out. You know what I mean?
I won out. And then like even with like the security deposit, because it was so much competition, I was like, I'll double the security deposit.
Oh yeah. Because you check your account every day.
Yeah.
And they still didn't take that. You know what I'm saying? He's like, they still didn't take this?
I was like, I'll double it, ask for a couple $100 off, and said I'll pay the first 3 months up at move-in.
Oh yeah, you can't turn that down. You know the two fat boys ain't goddamn, they not giving no deal like that. Come on, man. Cash rules everything. Around me. Oh, you want to see the place now? Now you want to see the place? Come right in. Come on. Follow me. I don't wash the sheets. Matter of fact, you just stay the night. You want to move in? You want to move in? We move in immediately. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, it's crazy. It was crazy how it worked out. But like you said, like I said, it was like, I don't know. It feels like something, but I'm just not going to stress it. Yeah, man. Just also to be present. You know what I mean? Be present. And that's a good point. Yeah. The fact that things, and you're very self-aware. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's why you feel the way you, that's like a gift and a curse. Because you're so self-aware that you're aware enough to know that, hey, things are going really fucking good for me right now. And they've been going really fucking good for me for about 6-7 months now. You know, things have really been going pretty good. You know what I mean? And nigga was just in London. I was just in London. I was in Berlin. I got like all the Jordans that just dropped when they all of them. I got them all. I only missed one. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you could just take, because Jordan's what, $225 a pop? Yeah, between 200 to 225. Yeah, depends. Yeah. So that's, you got throwaway money, shoe money. You're in Houston. You just leased the place. Job going good. Everything. It's real. Good. I got the certificate of authenticity. You 2 chains now. You 2 chains. Yeah. It was looking at the account like I'm accumulating a lot of stuff. Yeah. But the number ain't going down. Number ain't changing. Yeah. That's good. Number going up. That's a good spot to be in, bro. Feels great. It feels especially during times like these. Bro, 4 years ago when we started the pod, a nigga was unemployed, cooking 3 brunches a Saturday, 2 brunches a Sunday. Whipping the meals up though. Boy, the meals was Wait, time out. I saw you make some jambalaya this past weekend. Was that jambalaya? Oh boy, I still got it, boy. Man, that looked like the shit on the Zataran's box. It looked just like the Zataran's box. Yeah, bro. I had host a little game night, and we just, because there was a lot of people from South Carolina that live in Houston, and so literally I was like, all right, I'm gonna do a coastal Carolina menu, and so I did some like low country boil, southern style red rice, and then we actually had some brisket left over, so we did some brisket as well. But it was delicious, man. It looked good, man. And the way you plated it and everything, I'm like, man, that's fantastic. But that looked something like straight off the cooking channel. Oh, I got the rice recipe from D Smooth, from Deshaun. Oh, from Deshaun? Yeah, he been making that one for a while, but I had to put my little swag. Yeah. It looked good, man. It looked good, but yeah, man. So I mean, things turned around, bro. That's you know what? Do you know what? I know we wasn't really trying to go here first, at least for starters. Well, we had no plan. We had no plan, man. We didn't even properly like 5 minutes before we press record. I was like, "What you want to talk about?" Yeah, this is one of those. We'll figure it out. But I was talking to my partner about this the other day, and I realized in real time why it hurts my heart and why it saddens me when I see people that have committed suicide. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You don't know how you come out of the season. You don't know what your day gonna be like the next day. Like, you don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring, bro. Like, when you put your life in your own hands and you choose to take yourself off this earth prematurely, you're basically putting yourself in control, and we not in control. You know what I'm saying? And just because things aren't going the way you want them to go or whatever, like for whatever reason a person may end their life, they never know what that next day gonna be like. They never know what that next 24 gonna look like. When we get up in the morning, we don't know how the day gonna go. We know how we want it to go, and we got a plan of how we want it to go. But the day never goes the way we want it to go, ever. I might say something that may sound controversial.
So that's why it saddens me, man. It saddens me. But what's up?
I think that suicide is one of the more selfish things.
Yeah,
selfish acts that a person can do, because
it is.
Because you've ended your pain, but you've just brought pain to another 15 people.
And don't have kids. Don't have a wife.
Kids, wife,
a real
brother, mother, father.
That's dependent on
those people are never the same.
Mm-mm.
So they're never able to give their best self to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
They're always thinking about that shoe dropping on the other foot.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I was actually talking to my homie about that this past week, about, just being in the dumps and, being low on yourself, and, your self not being as high as it could possibly be. Not me personally, but we were just having some real conversations about just what this coronavirus is doing to people and how people are struggling economically, families are hurting. We were just really having a real honest conversation. I think the coronavirus and just this whole pandemic, what it has allowed for people across the globe is just to be more open and vulnerable and close to the people around you. And I'm sure conversations have been much more, vulnerable and healthier and deeper. You're starting to get past surface level things because the pandemic is affecting us in ways we never imagined. So we were just talking about just being down on your luck and how you got to use this opportunity to be as strong as ever, because you never know the position you're going to be in once we come out of this thing. But we got to. Yeah, we know it's going to be a new normal, but hell, we may like the new normal better than we like the old normal. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get worried about new things and new outlooks and just get so concerned. Just stay strong, stay positive, stay consistent, and try to.
When we think about like the law, so think about like the law of 6 weeks, right? Where they talk about consistency and habits. So if you want to grow any habit, they say do something for 6 weeks, and it is officially a habit that's into you, right? So one of the biggest things that personal accomplishments I've had during the COVID has been, since the last day of COVID, I've lost 20 pounds.
Yeah.
And largely because, month one, I just started working out more, doing more cardio. I lost a few pounds, but only not that many. Month two was when it really took off. And that was because I went to Sprouts instead of going to Walmart to buy my groceries. Mm-hmm. Because when I was in London, I noticed that, you remember I was telling you guys about the food and the size of chicken.
You said
this
it was
is chicken
fresher
in America.
Yeah.
And this is chicken in London, a thigh.
Yeah.
Right? So there's no steroids, there's no hormones, they're farm raised.
It was more
bloodier. Bloodier in the meat. So it's like, I went to the farmer's market and I was like, I need free range chicken, free range beef, fresh, everything, like no preservatives. And literally it's like the number has just been, the weight has just been flowing off. And that's kind of how it would have been in London if I would have been working out like I am now. So that has become a habit to the point where probably about 2 weeks ago, I was going to crumble. And a nigga went to Cane's. And I was
that's the fried chicken spot?
Yeah, it's like the Texas Zaxby's. But they only serve chicken fingers.
Like Guthrie's.
Right. Yeah. I fucking love Cane's, by the way.
Yeah, it sounds delicious.
It's delicious. Nigga, I had one bite, a nigga's stomach was like,
bruh. That was me yesterday, bruh. I went to Publix. No, bruh. Immediate stomach virus shit running through me. Like, soon as I swallowed the chicken finger from Publix, I almost sharted on myself, bro. It was immediate. Like, I was like, damn, it's good.
Did you go back to vegan?
No, bro. I think I just had a bad piece of chicken from Publix, man. Speaking of chicken fingers, I had chicken fingers like they serve at Cane's. And I ate a piece, had to shit immediately. My daughter ate a piece, she had to shit immediately, and my brother's mom, she had the last chicken finger, and she was like, Taylor, hurry up. Like, get out of the bathroom, because it was the chicken fingers, bro. I don't know if they weren't.
That's like Jordan.
Yeah, Utah Jazz, man, they tried to set us up, man.
The flu game, the stomach virus game.
Yeah, the stomach virus game, man. They try to take, everybody say the flu game. That's crazy. I want to know if they're going to change the game now. They changed the name of the game. Think so?
Virus game?
Yeah. Hold on quick, bro. Hold on.
So, yeah, I mean, so when we're talking about like the last 6 weeks, that's something I've heard in many circles. If you do something for 6 weeks, my mom used to say it. My mom used to be a track coach. She used to say, if you want to get in shape, it takes 6 weeks to get in shape. It takes 6 weeks to create a habit. It takes 6 weeks to do something. I was talking to Walt, and he was like, we were talking about like what time you wake up versus like your partner, whatever. And when I wake up at, pretty much all last year, I woke up at 4:30, and it was tough, right? And then all of a sudden, after month 1, it became easier. After month 3, I can't sleep past 6, even if I try, right? And now with COVID, I went from 4:30 to 5:30, and it's cool. But because I want to work out again, I'm going to go back to 4:30 just because I need my meditation period time. And I actually meditated for 35 minutes the other day, thinking about what we just talked about. Like, why is it that black men always think the other shoe's going to drop? And it was illuminating. But the habit thing, if there's something you want to do out there, people, just do it for 6 weeks, and it will become a habit. If you want to start working out, go to the gym 4 times a week for 6 weeks. If you want to start fasting, that's another one. I do fasting now. I just told myself the other day, I'm going to up from 16-hour fast to a 20-hour fast. Why? Because now I've been fasting for like 4 weeks. It's very easy for me to go long stretches without eating. So let me just go ahead and push it even further, because fasting is really good for you. You're still consuming the same food you would consume throughout a normal day, but I'm just consuming it in this 4-hour window. So when your body enters a fasting state, right, it starts to eat on itself, eat its fats and things like that. So you're in and they even say like the best time to work out is when you're right about to come out of the fasting state. So if you want to do something, just commit to it for 6 weeks and it'll become a habit.
Truth Crew, facts, gems, coins, bars.
Boom. Bars. But you know what else COVID has done? It has made us reminiscent as hell, boy.
Oh, yeah. And you're getting that from these versus battles.
Everyone, which one of you enjoyed the most? I know my answer.
I enjoyed T-Pain and Lil Jon. I enjoyed Babyface and Teddy Riley simply because
did not watch it.
I
did not watch it. I could not watch it.
I'm one of Babyface's biggest fans. I went and saw Babyface last year. He came to play at the Fox Theater, tow it down as a 64-year-old man, tow it down, bro, tow it down. I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed T-Pain, Lil Jon. I guess the next one would be the Luda and Nelly. I guess
over Erica and Jill.
Yeah, I was fucking with the Erica and Jill, man. But to be honest with you, man, I don't have that much Jill in my catalog or Erica really. I got like the essentials, and to be honest, I got more Jill than I do Erica. You know.
How about?
I was actually going to see Jill Scott March 12th, the Friday before the Rona got real bad. Me and my sister had tickets to see Jill Scott in Atlanta, the 20th year of her Who Was Jill Scott album.
Yeah.
They returned the tickets.
What about Scott Storch and Manny Fresh?
Oh, that's right. I like that one too. Okay. So my favorite one was Babyface. Scott Storch and Manny Fresh was 2, because I just didn't know Scott Storch was responsible for all those hits.
Scott Storch is a motherfucking, he's a king, bro.
And not only that, bro, Scott Storch was the first one that I saw, because a lot of people doing it now. but he was the first person that I saw on the Verzuz that played the shit live.
Yeah.
So we actually got on them keys and played like each beat that he was playing, and no beat sounded the same. And he would put the beat.
As a producer, I know you enjoyed that one.
Man, as the lead, how he found the instrument, the VST, that quickly and played that. And then the next song had a different set of keys, and he'll find those keys. Then the next song had a different set of keys, and then he'll find those keys. Man, it was amazing. So that one, and then the third one would be T-Pain and Lil Jon, and then I'll end it with the Nelly and Luda.
T-Pain and Lil Jon was good. Like, I really enjoyed T-Pain and Lil Jon. But yeah, the Nelly. So I used to love Ludacris, bro. And Ludacris was probably from 6th grade to 8th grade. Ludacris is one of my favorite, top 2 rappers.
Nigga,
and
me too, bro. Me too. I love him.
He dropped a new song. Him and Wayne dropping a song tonight produced by Timbaland.
Yeah, he gave us a sneak peek of that this week.
And we were like, oh, that shit's fire.
Oh, that shit's fire. Yeah.
But Ludacris' Word of Mouth album, I think to this day, I may be able to still rap every word.
Every word from the intro to the freestyle.
The royal penis is clean, Your Highness.
Your Highness, thank you.
Thank you.
King
shit.
Yeah, I might listen to that tonight, bro.
That's just a classic album. And I remember that should take me right back to 6th grade.
It takes me.
That was 2000, like right there. And I was just getting.
I didn't know Timbaland produced that beat. I didn't know that.
With the windows tinted, that Saturday.
That you know what song what my favorite song on that album is? Keep It on the Hush.
Yeah, great. Ain't nothing ain't gonna be no talking.
Why
when I'm doing my thing.
Yeah, that shit right.
Keep it on the hush.
Keep it on the hush. And that song with Twisted that cut up.
And don't forget about the freestyle.
Oh yeah, that freestyle. Hey,
I make niggas eat shit and fart dust. Yeah. Give an $80 gift certificate to Pussies R Us. I eat the whole pie to leave them nothing but the crust.
Yeah. So you feel what it's like with
yeah, he snapped. Come on, man.
I ain't know you knew that one, Chris.
Yeah.
I ain't know you knew that one, boy. Hey, man. That is
that's Atlanta. That's South, bro. Yeah, that is the South. I was listening to
that's on the spot karaoke right there from yours truly and CD. Here we go.
There's a podcast that's out now called, let me see if I can find the name of it, but it's really good. It's like 20-minute episodes with.
It ain't fucking with our shit. Fuck you mean?
No.
This pod really
it's called Mixtape, right? It's on Spotify. Check it out. But I was listening to the T.I. one, and the guy's name is, I think is Andrew Jenkins, and he's interviewing him, and so he's talking to T.I. and he's like, they always do some specific topic, and for T.I. it was, what was your first album? And so he talked about how he went to Greenbrier Mall.
I'm serious.
No. His first album that he purchased.
Okay.
And so he got his grandma, he went to Greenbrier Mall, and his grandma thought that he wanted some toys or some shit, like something expensive. And he was like, can we go to the record store? And he was like, they went to FYE.
I remember
and the guy was like, what do you want? And he was like, 2 Live Crew.
Uncle Luke. Hell no.
And then his grandma didn't know what was going on. He was like, T.I. was like, shit. He was like, how calculated was this move? He was like, it wasn't nothing but an ass whooping. He was like, but I would at least have listened to the album a couple times before I got that ass whooping. He was like, I got plenty of ass whoopings. It was nothing but another one.
Just another one. Might as well be worth it.
And he was like, but I had just got my Walkman for Christmas. So they don't ever know what I'm listening to. So I had to get it. And so the guy was like, what's your favorite song? What's your favorite track on the album? And he was like, Me So Horny. He was like, because at the time, all you heard was about sex. But if you listen to Me So Horny and you listen to the verse, he's talking about the whole process of getting a woman, getting her in bed, unbuttoning the pants. So he's like, now I know how it is to have sex.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like,
the guide.
Wow, that's crazy. So then if I think back to my first hip hop album that I truly loved, it was word of mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I wasn't like my mom and them didn't like rap and stuff. And my sister grew up in the 80s and early 90s with New Edition was her favorite group. And so I've heard New Edition, TLC, Tevin Campbell. That's what I kind of came up on. And it wasn't until I got to middle school till it was like, oh, what about them Franchise Boys and Ludacris? And then you start listening and Jay-Z, and it's like, oh, I remember the first time I got the Black Album, and I played that shit over and over and over.
Same thing. I was the same thing with Word of Mouth. I think Word of Mouth was one of them first records that I remember just falling in love with the visuals.
The style,
his flow, everything about, because
I had three of those albums because I scratched the first two on the bus.
Yeah, he was Chris Lover first here in Atlanta. He was probably one of the hottest VJs. Him, Chris Lover and Poon Daddy. that was the music. That was the music right before they went on air. That was on 97.5, Hot 97.5. They were the staples when I was in elementary school and middle school. And then Luda got his big break with What's Your Fantasy? And then
to see. I wanna
lick you from your head to your toe. But it's crazy seeing Ludacris, start as a radio personality and see him, because he spoke at my 5th grade spelling bee. Like you had
Chris Lover
with the braids and the 2 gold teeth. So he was running around town like a Ryan Cameron or a Frank Ski. He was that person,
Right.
But now seeing him transition into Ludacris is outstanding. But Word of Mouth was like that for me. Blueprint 2 by Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Man, that album I know front to back. And Eminem Show.
Yeah.
The Eminem Show for me, it was the first time I heard, because I heard, Marshall Mathers.
I don't know, man.
Marshall
Mathers LP.
Yeah, Marshall
Shady
Mathers
LP though.
Both of those, but still Slim Shady LP came out when I was in elementary school.
Yeah, we were mad young. That was like middle school, because that was Britney Spears, Carson Daly, Fred Durst.
I mean, it either came out
TRL. That was all that time.
Yeah, but it either came out in 5th grade or 6th grade.
I think it was 5th grade.
Because Eminem Show came out in 8th grade.
Right. Yeah.
And me and Gary will rap that shit, and so on the bus we would rap that shit in breakfast at school, lunch, and in classes, on the playground. And
did y'all used to use pens to do beats?
Oh yeah, of course. We had that.
Yeah. What's crazy, like you think back to those times, they had the pens doing the beat. Cats would be freestyling
on the desk.
I never freestyled ever until we used to pregame in Chicago.
Oh yeah, that's because Gary always want to fucking freestyle everywhere he goes.
We used to pregame in Chicago. This was like summer 2012, right? Mm-hmm. Summer 12 is the wildest summer of my life. Yeah. I've always said I want to write a movie entitled Summer 12. And
you should write that shit. And you should be as honest as possible. Don't even try to fabricate the character. The truth comes, and the enjoyment comes out of the truth. And you gotta show us why it was the best summer of your life. Don't be like, this happened, but I'm gonna dilute it a little bit. No, you gotta show us, bro.
No, Summer 12 was insane. Summertime Shy itself is just mad. And then in Summer 12, we were 23 niggas. I was a party promoter.
Oh yeah, you was living.
You
was getting a cut at the dough, face ass.
Right. engineer. Nigga thought he had bread, was making $62K. Feel like nigga, you give me $62K today, I'm be like, nigga, what am I supposed to do?
But that's $62K not bad though. I mean, it's a lot of people wish they had 62. But I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I totally get what you're saying.
But man, summer 12, everything from passing out, shitting on somebody's porch, random hookups with people all the time. Fucking like, we used to start on Wednesday, bro. We learned how to salsa. Cause we used to walk down to the motherfucking Latin club on Wednesday nights. Lalo's. Marquis would be like,
that sounds like a Latin club.
Hey, bro. Hey, Chris. Hey, bro, you try to go to Lalo's? Let's fucking go. Didn't matter. Start on Wednesday. We throwing parties on Thursday. Friday, you hit series for happy hour. Out Friday night. Saturday, day party. Saturday, night party. Sunday, brunch. Sunday, day party. Sunday, night party. Pass out at 2. Wake up, go to work on Monday. And Monday and Tuesday were your rest days.
Bro, that's a workout, bro. You talking about you just lost 20
And then not to mention like
you lost 20 pounds during the Rona. How much weight did you lose doing that workout, nigga? 40 pounds?
I replenished it all with tequila.
That's a workout, bro.
And this was before I was smoking too. So this was just, we would just drink. I remember I used to have this talent. I used to be able to drink for 12 hours straight, like be drunk. Just, I would get to my point and I would be here for 12 hours.
Remember we drove to Tallahassee, bro? Me and you, we drove to Tallahassee. And we shotgunned the whole 24 pack of beer.
That shotgun, we did a power hour.
Yeah, we did a power hour. How many beers was that? 8 to 20
it's
beers?
It's 6 beers per hour. So for us, we were like 12.
12 beers.
Yeah. Nigga, you was curdled up. You was curdled up in the back seat in the fetal position.
Bruh, I was hurting, bruh.
I remember you woke up one time and you was like, Chris, you playing with your feet?
yeah. You always play with your feet, bro.
You always play with your feet.
If you sitting idle for more than 30 minutes, you're gonna take that sock off and you're gonna whip them palms. Ladies, listen, if you're interested in Chris and you stop and you and Chris out on a date or you at his house and y'all having a conversation and you just go mute for 30 minutes, he's gonna take off his shoes and start picking at his feet, like just picking at it, just getting it.
What you used to call it to my nigga? You got the pterodactyl toes.
Yeah, he got the pterodactyl toe. That nigga got them Jurassic Park 5s on his feet.
I think that's an abnormally big feet.
Ooh, man, yeah, man. Hey, but we was talking about the nostalgia with
so one of the things that I did. The reason I brought the T.I. story up, y'all thought we forgot. Y'all, True Crew, you know, we go left, right, left, and then we always get back on the track. The reason I brought up the T.I. story is because you were talking about the visuals and the sound that Ludacris used to bring, and it was like its own thing. And T.I. was saying like how much disrespect the South used to get from niggas up north during his time when he was coming up, and he was like, New York, they would always kind of look at the South as like these country niggas, slow, not smart. And he was like, we had to make that shit hot. Mm-hmm. He was like, we literally just kept swagging. Then all of a sudden, you got Paper Trail. You got, you know what I'm saying, Franchise Boys. You got Snap Music. You got Gucci. You got Jeezy. You got, you know what I'm saying, Outkast. You got, you know what I'm saying.
Luda, you got,
and then the South start coming up everywhere because now you got Baby and them boys. You got Cash Money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying. You got No Limit.
No Limit.
You know what I'm saying? Then you go down to Florida, you got Slip and Slide.
You got Karaoke. You got 305. You got Ricky Rose.
Ricky Ross. Yeah.
Music. Yeah.
So that was a time where like our music down south was our music, bro. Like anytime I'm around my South Carolina folk and we talk about when we used to go to Club 301 in Orangeburg, like the niggas that used to DJ back then, like
only playing local shit,
bro. It was the DJs aren't the same anymore. Mm-hmm. They're not. right? Because the music is different. Most of the music is very much turn up, get lit. But like, there were sections of the night, bro.
Yes.
We sound like, first off, we sound like old.
Nah, but you know what? No, we don't. No, we don't.
Because, we kind of do.
No, we don't. No, we don't. Because if we sound old, Diddy sound real old. Because Diddy was just talking about this not too long ago about how the DJ not the same, how they not dancing in parties anymore. But you're right. If you go to the club, now, you turn up literally from the time you get there to the time you leave.
And bro,
it's shot.
You know what? That's the one thing after Rona. I ain't gonna be back up in the club, bro.
Yeah.
Because I used to go. Only reason I would go out to the club, to be honest with you, probably for the last 3 years, was to potentially meet someone.
Right. And the club is a horrible place to try to meet somebody, by the way.
Yeah, no, right? I met a lot of good.
Where they at now, Chris?
It depends on
Chris. Where they at now, Chris?
It depends on what you're looking for, right?
Where they at? What them?
Come on, man. Because if you think about, if you're a single guy, you need some ass. Big
facts.
And like, I'm trying to fuck, like we said in episode 66, which is, that's my favorite episode of the podcast.
Episode 66, your favorite episode?
66, part 2. You want to know why it's the favorite episode? Guy, don't let us forget to come back to this topic. 66, part 2 was my favorite episode because when I pulled up at your crib. No, I wasn't at your house. We were remote. And we were like, yo, just kind of like tonight. He was like, what are we going to talk about? I was like, I don't know, bro. And it clicked. I was like, I got a motherfucking story. Because this was right around the Super Bowl.
66, episode 66. I'm trying to think about it before you tell me what it is.
66, part 2. Because part 2 always better because we drunk.
Okay. Yeah. All right, you got to keep giving me some hints. What was it about?
He ain't ugly.
That's right. That's right. Well, he ain't ugly. I remember. I remember that one. That's a good one.
I was like, because he was like, I was like, the worst thing ever is to be a nigga who not ugly. I was in my bag that day, boy.
Yeah, you were.
And you was in your bag because your one-liners were just top notch. And you was like, you was like, what that mean? I was like, not ugly is if you be like, oh girl, how does he look? Oh, he ain't ugly.
He ain't ugly. That mean he ain't fine either.
He ain't fine. But that's what I was saying on that podcast. First off, just go look at the scroll. If you want to guarantee gut-busting laugh for about a solid 30, 40 minutes.
You're going to make me go back and listen to it. I'm going to go back and listen to it.
I went back and listened to it like 3 days ago. Somebody asked me my favorite episodes, and I was scrolling through the list, and I was like, this one for sure. For sure. And I listened to that bitch that day, and that motherfucker was amazing. And not gonna ruin it. You go back and listen to it. It's hilarious. And
I'm gonna check it out.
I'm talking about To the Truth. I ain't talking to you, bro. What was I coming back to? I always forget, bro.
You was coming back to how the DJs ain't the same.
So here's the thing. I remember you used to go to the club. As soon as you get there, you get like a 2-hour dosage of just like whatever music's decent at the time. Then the DJ started to get in his bag, right? And so in our time, you used to go from crunk music to kind of get it started. He would always start with some shit like HWZuoO, we ready, or put your hands where your fists at, and then just start. And then you got the mosh pit culture. You in the mosh, you pushing your homies, everybody pushing, you just pushing random niggas. It was just the crunkest shit, girls on the side. And then he would start to bring in some of the female crunk.
You already
I'm
know.
in the club, shaking my dress, throwing these bows and busting
rocking
these heads.
stilettos, huh? We rocking stilettos.
Yo.
We rocking stilettos, huh? We rocking stilettos, huh? We rocking stilettos, huh?
And then that would always lead in, the crunk music would always lead into that loop.
Boom, 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 boom. That she grinding, she rolling, she
rolled. No. That's the. But you know that's the end of the party. That's when you know. That's when you got 20 minutes left. The DJ tell you. The DJ be like, we got 30 minutes left before the lights come on. I'm about to make some babies tonight.
Better get up on some. Better get up on some.
Because every DJ stopped the music.
Yep.
And used to let niggas know.
Gave you directions. He gave you directions.
Step one, find your bitch.
Hey,
Step two, get her ready.
This is my last set of the night. You know what I'm saying? The club closing. They said last call for alcohol. Club closing in 20 minutes. This is my last set of the night. Hey, all my fellas. If you trying to go home with something tonight, let me hear you say, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Y'all better find something. I see that's the single. That bitch ain't got nobody. That bitch ain't got nobody. She ain't got nobody. I see too many ladies in here without nobody. All that in their time. And when that shit go off, then that doom.
She riding, she rolling. And that little room.
Everybody know that.
Super cute face and the booty so fat.
And they know what you do.
Hold on, wait. We got to redo that one because you missed the part. You start, then I'll go. Then you say this part that you missed because you missed the middle. Go.
Dong.
See, if you're not watching the YouTube, you missing all this good content. She riding, she rolling. She popping, not rolling.
I'm in love with a stripper.
She crazy. And I'm not stop saying. All right, go.
She got a body of a goddess. Everybody knows that.
Super cute face and a booty so fat. I'm in the club dropping 24 stacks because I'm in love, and that's a well-known fact.
You're right.
You know what she doing. So they got one of them niggas go back home. Yeah. The eyes better be Ken Brown, can't leave it alone.
Yeah. T-Pain was a
monster. Me and my boy LT used to have a debate of what song is better, Unpredictable or I'm in love with a stripper.
I'm in love with a stripper, and I love Unpredictable.
I don't know, bro. He was always, I'm in love with a stripper T-Pain. He's always like, Kurt, you know how good that sound when he come with that thing, be like, do. I was like, yeah, but that Unpredictable.
I'm in love with a stripper?
You never done before.
Oh, no.
Baby, now
I love that song by James
Tonight we get unpredictable. So tonight, I'm with you, baby. Yeah, come on, man. You gonna make it like you never done. Girl, we get unpredictable.
I love that song.
Yeah, no.
But it ain't. I'm in love with a stripper, bro. When that I'm in love with a stripper came on, bro, the last 20 minutes of the night.
Nah, the best last 20 minutes of the night song. If you from where I'm from,
was what?
Lil Rue, Nasty Song.
Oh,
that motherfucker drop.
How'd that go?
Girl, this here another nasty song. She like the way I freak with no panties on. Yeah. Won't you put the pussy on me? Yeah, girl. I said, won't you put the pussy on me? Yeah, girl. Hey, when that little root came on at the end of the night, that was when you had to go find your lame boys.
With no panties on.
You had to go find, how you got them niggas that's always too cool to dance?
Yeah, they want too cool to dance then.
Pants too low, so they don't want to dance. I was like, come on, back a nigga up.
This one right here?
Yeah.
She said she's
Lil Rue from South Carolina.
Oh, for real? I know that.
He's from Columbia.
She said she's sliding down the pole. She's sliding down the pole. I remember this shit.
I said, won't you put the pussy on me? Yeah, girl. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah, that shit used to go.
You looking good for me.
Let's hear another nasty song. Yeah.
That was the song, bro. But before, if you think about it, before we left the part of the night out. So we went from put your hands where your fists at to the crunk section. Mm-hmm. Then that man would start that doom ba doom ba doom boom ba doom ba doom big booty bump with it. Get mama. Hoochie mama, fuck with it.
Yeah, I remember that shit. Hoes used to love that.
So
then they don't do that in the club.
They don't. Then you had like a whole 20 minutes of just straight Luke, and then he would break up the Luke with that chopper style. Chopper style. What you want? Chopper style. And that's when you start getting the yin yang twins. You start getting that.
Yeah, because the DJ give you a yin. He give you a yin yang twins with a Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. After Lil Jon and the East Side Boys.
Yeah.
Because you know what's crazy? These songs are not. These aren't old. I mean, they're old songs, but they are never old in the club setting. So I don't care when you play to the window, to the wall. I don't care when you play back.
That hold, you know, that's
when you play. You could play
all these bitches crawl.
But you could play. No, that's one other one. What's that other one?
Man, my favorite twerk song used to always be. I used to love that Georgia Dome, and I used to love "Work" by David Banner.
Nah, man, I gotta find that. Man.
Run. That was one of my shits too. Run, girl, it's time to get your pussy wet. Twerk that. See your drip set. Run, girl, it's time to get your pussy wet. Twerk that. See your drip sweat. Don't worry with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
Monkey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you. Take your rump. Yeah, but
you can play that bitch at 80 club at any time, boy. Oh man, high school CD used to be in that thing. Twerk.
Shake that shit, no more.
This is back when the bitches was trying to break you, bruh.
Break you in half, bruh. To pieces, bruh.
I be like, bitch, you hurting my dick. Bitch.
Break you to pieces, bruh. To pieces, bruh. I'm talking about this. This is back in the day when your niggas had to hold you back so far.
Yeah.
You would be leaning back like the Neo from the Matrix. Like it'll be nothing but gravity be holding you up. You be like, how did I get this low? And your nigga be down there with you. He be holding
with you. Because we already know she gonna talk shit at school. If she break you, you can't let that girl break you. Boy.
I told the podcast one time how my dick came on my pants, right? I said that before. I told the truth.
You did tell us that. Yeah, this is also one of the favorite episodes. That's the Soulja Boy episode.
Oh, that's the Soulja Boy. Drake. Drake. Yeah.
Soulja.
You know Soulja Boy, man. He been on the low though. He been like laying low. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, but.
That nigga, them Soulja Game boys ain't doing too hot right now, boy.
Soulja Game boys. Hey, so who do you think won the Luda and Nelly battle though?
Man, I ain't finished with my DJ set yet.
Oh,
so
my
after
bad, you back in this?
goddamn,
Okay, my bad.
Well, give me a second. Cause there were more pieces of the set that I forgot about. So after you get out of the twerk set,
my bad, CD, bro. My bad.
After you get out the twerk set, because you know the cool niggas, at least back home in South Carolina, the cool niggas didn't used to really dance like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you had your dancing niggas, and then you had the thugs, basically, right? The cool niggas. Then you had to play their music. The DJ would always go up top. Dun 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 dun. Turn my music. Ha. Yeah. You don't know.
What you doing?
I'm from the streets where the hood can swallow them and bullets will follow them. It's so much coke that you can run to swallow. I'm from the shit top to bottom. Home that we on, prone to violence. Homes personalities clashing, cronies, chrome. Up and down like it's Wall Street, homes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they would start playing that up. Then they would start showing like the DJ skills. They be like, New York, where you at? So you get that jigger. Then you get diplomats. You get that jigger. What's my motherfucking name? You know what I'm saying? Then they be like, let's take it out to the West Coast. And they playing Little Snoop. They playing Dre. Let's take it to Florida. Every time they took it to Florida.
Y'all niggas wanna know that's me, nigga. That's right, that motherfucking you, nigga. I was my head now,
motherfucking spit it. So whoever I'm in it.
Hold on, saying, wait one
motherfucking minute. And then if your DJ start that track back over, he'll poop up.
Yeah, exactly. He'll do the same thing.
Because right there, wait one motherfucking minute.
Yeah. And then now niggas lit though. Can you imagine being in the club during that time? Because we've just painted the scene. Now niggas on the couch. Now niggas lit. Now niggas rubbing on ass.
There was no couches, bruh.
No, not couches. I'm just saying now.
Oh,
I said couches. I'm sorry, but you just standing up. You probably got your shirt off, your white beat on now. Chicks sweating.
Everybody's sweating.
And now bitches
drenched.
Not chicks drinking out of your cup. Fuck the coronavirus. Bitches, who got to drink? You know what I'm saying? Where's the? You like, and then you talk to your nigga. You like, oh shit. Sherelle just drank out my cup, bro. I think I'm gonna fuck tonight, bro. She keep dancing on me, bro. She keep coming. She must not know I'm a he nigga. She must not know, nigga. I'm about to put it on her. Yeah, man. That's how I go. That was
it, bro.
Right,
and then the DJ always used to give you some line dances.
You want to know why, though? You want to know why the club isn't like that anymore? Because niggas aren't present. We got it. We worry about we worry about capturing the whole thing. We on the club like this. We in the club like this, Chris, we in the club like this. How I know if Cheryl taking some of my drink if I'm right here? I can't even focus on Cheryl.
Bro, what I would give to have one of them old school niggas DJ a party like exactly like they used to do, bro.
DJ and Bananas.
I want them to make a 20-minute announcement, bro.
What's some of the best DJs, bro? Like growing up, we had like in college.
D-Lord was big in
DJ
South
Bananas
Carolina.
was good.
Bananas, yeah.
R.I.P. to my DJ Diesel. He was awesome. Diesel. He was, he was. Hey man, rest in peace.
But DJs were so regional, right? Like South Carolina had their set, Atlanta had their set. Yeah. Now DJs are national. Like DJs, being a DJ, like they're cats from back then, like Cleve and Velo, that could have literally been huge if they would have came up in today's world. But nobody outside of their area knew them because to be known, you either had to be on the radio.
Yep.
Or you just had to travel your ass off.
And make a name for yourself. Yeah.
Right. So like now these DJs, like EDM made it easier for the DJs too. You feel me? Like these niggas, DJ Mustard got an album. Scott Storch just put out a song today.
But you know what's crazy, bro? Like a lot of these people call themselves DJs, and I know I'm not from the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm from Florida, but I ain't never heard Khaled DJ. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how good of a DJ he really is. I'm sure he might be hella dope, but Khaled's known more now for hosting than DJing. If Khaled is on the ticket, if he's on the flyer, he's hosting that motherfucker. He's not DJing that motherfucker. Same thing with DJ Mustard. Same thing with DJ.
I've been to many a DJ Mustard parties. That nigga had a residency in Vegas in the club I think it's Label that's inside Cosmo. And when I fuck with Vegas, I fuck with Cosmo.
He was dope.
And DJ.
You know who dope? I heard Zay. I didn't know Zaytoven was
Zaytoven nice too.
But I heard Zaytoven here in Atlanta.
Zaytoven real nice.
Yeah, Zaytoven he got with it, bro. He turned the
Zaytoven did a show at MJQ one time.
Right. We was there.
Me and this. I was there. Man, I was in that motherfucker.
Yeah, he was outstanding. The
best DJ that I've ever attended a party for, like a big name, was Kid Capri. Ooh. It was the first time I ever been to a party
where
they had warm-up DJs.
Yeah, that's a DJ, bro.
And the warm-up DJ was lit. And he was like, I want to take y'all there, but I can't. I can't take the songs away from the headliner. That nigga Kid Capri came on stage. He dropped these wild ass bombs. It was CIAA weekend. Me and Smoke. It was me and Smoke in that bitch. Smoke is my dog, not like Smoke.
That's the nigga that be hella fresh, right?
Hella fresh.
That nigga budget for clothes got to be $6 trillion. Cause the nigga be
Smoke Style Guide on Instagram if you know Smoke Style Guide.
And I don't even be on the nigga swag like that, but he really takes an initiative to stun on niggas and be fresh. Yeah. Nigga, y'all go follow that nigga, man.
I knew I was up on my Jordan shit when that nigga Smoke slid in my DMs one day and was like, I couldn't cop.
Oh, you getting the Jordans before Smoke getting the Jordans? Oh yeah. Yeah. A different level. Cause Smoke is the
I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level.
Which Jordans were those though? Which ones couldn't you cop?
The Racer Blue Zoom.
Oh yeah. The ones you just wore this past weekend.
Yeah. And so yeah, man, but like me and him were there. Kid Capri came out. When that nigga came out, he was like, "It's DJ Kid Capri." And the next song he dropped, the first song of the night, was motherfucking Archie Episode. And he did some shit with the levels, and it was like, and then he took the music off of it, and it was a cappella, and it was an arena. Because it was CIAA. This nigga was inside the Charlotte Coliseum where the Hornets used to play.
So how many people was there? Like 30,000?
No, this was a party. So everybody was on the floor like an old school gym jam. Ooh. So there was probably like 4,000 or 5,000 people just on the floor partying. And this was when we was in college. This when that shit was still a thing, right?
Yeah.
And that motherfucker hit that We Ready and had the whole club jamming. And for the next hour and a half, we got a Kid Capri special, and it was awesome.
I bet. Awesome. I bet that sound dope. But yeah, parties ain't like that no more, man. You go to a party now, bro. You got a pregame at the house, and then you get to the fucking club. Everybody on their phones.
Bro, it's so boring,
everybody's smoking hookah. Bitches dancing on bitches. Like, the niggas just be that
bitches dancing on bitches shit get on my nerve, bro. She be,
and you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
You remember back in the day when a nigga used to,
but see,
let you feel it on the dance floor. I'll let you feel it, nigga.
Bro, that never happened back in the day, bro. Bitches was never dancing with bitches, bro. Never.
Get off me, girl. That's gay.
But not even that. But now it's a thing because now women are so uncomfortable, I guess, just dancing with guys, or I don't know if we made it uncomfortable for them, or they just uncomfortable, or they just don't want to dance with me. I don't know what it is. But when they
just didn't grow up with it, right? Like if you think about when did we start? We used to call it booty dancing before twerk became like Yin Yang Twins helped make twerk the word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like we used to call it booty dancing.
Yeah.
And so when did you learn how to booty dance? For me, I'll never forget.
About 6th grade.
6th grade. Yeah. That's exactly when you learned.
My nigga B-Wise had a party in his basement. There wasn't nothing but little 6th grade asses shaking up in that motherfucker, boy. And it was lit. We had Papa John's and Capri Suns and a whole bunch of ass. Fuck you mean. It was dope. My homegirl Adrian, who we known each other from 3rd grade. We went to Clemson together. You know what I'm saying? This is one of my fucking dogs. Every year for her birthday, she used to have a party in her patio, and they would get a DJ. Every year you look forward to Edrin party because you knew. Same thing with B-Wise. Every year around Christmas time. The niggas still having parties. And they still kind of get lit though, because niggas is nostalgic. So when we go to the parties now, we be like, bro, remember back in 8th grade? Remember back in 9th grade? Remember back in 10th grade? Ariel titties popped out. Like Ariel right here grown as fuck now with 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? She be like, hey. And she coming up to you, we just having a good time. You know what I'm saying? It's nostalgic, it's fun, it's love. But parties nowadays, bro, and clubs nowadays, bro, bitches working, smoking hookah. And then when the bitches be dancing on the bitches, they really be grinding on each other.
Like literally, and that's what I'm saying, like us.
And we be like this.
What the fuck? I remember talking to some of the young bros a couple times about the twerk era. I remember talking to young bros, and like they would always try to talk about how like their party was lit and this and that. I was like, bro, I came. Yeah. I didn't see no niggas come. At our parties, niggas was coming on the dance floor.
Chris, okay, time out. I'm thinking you said I came to his party. You was like, our parties are so lit. Chris was like, no, I think you saying I came like I was there. You said,
bro, I remember specifically the last time I came at a party, and that was freshman year.
I don't know, like I said, I ain't never came at a party, but my dick did jump out my pants once. It jumped out all on its own. It
was like, hey, what's up?
It was like, hey, Ray, where we at? What we doing over here? Where is this? Why are the lights off?
That nigga looked in front of him, saw a little ass. He was like, oh.
Said, oh shit. Then he's like, hell, Ray, I'm trying to talk to you. Ray, Ray, I'm trying to talk to you, Ray. As soon as this ass stopped banging me upside the head, I'm trying to holler at you.
Hey, the ass just.
As soon as this ass stopped banging on my head,
fucking him up.
I'm trying to holler at you, Ray. I came out here to say something to you. Yeah, that's how it was. I didn't never go.
Give me that voice one more time.
I didn't never come on the dance.
Give me that voice one more time.
I didn't never come on the dance.
Give me that voice one more time.
Nah, I was in the moment. I was in the moment. Yeah, but that's the only time. That's the only time I came close to coming. My dick came out my pants. But I already told that story on the podcast.
Yeah, freshman year was the last time I did. Nigga, I used to go out. I used to make that a mission. I'd be like, that's a sign of a good night.
Yeah.
Because we didn't.
But now, but also too,
if you get grinded on for 3 hours straight.
Yeah. Women made it a mission to do that, but now we're grown. I mean, we're not supposed to be doing that at the club anyway. But I
get uncomfortable if I get hard.
Yeah, we're not supposed to be doing that at the club no more. We stopped. When did that end for you? Like going to the
twerk
club?
Era?
The twerk. When did the twerk era in college? Or was you still twerking? Like, would you still seeing hoes twerking clubs after undergrad?
It was after summer 12. Because in Chicago that summer, we still used to, like, if we wanted to get twerk, we would go to like Wrigley and just go where the college students were. Now
let me ask you this. How often, because you in these day parties often and shit like that, how often do you go to these parties now in this new environment, this new era, and bitches are twerking in there? Maybe not all of them, but how often is it where you're in proximity of a chick really shaking her ass on a nigga and a nigga having to be held up like this? Because I still see it sometimes.
I don't know. I only see it to that extent at day parties or theme parties.
Yeah,
right?
theme parties.
Like at Grits and Biscuits.
Yeah.
That'll take you back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Colors. The colors parties, that'll take you back.
Groove ATL, where they play R&B music all night.
Yeah.
That'll
take you back.
But now you just
got to the club.
Now you got to go to the strip club to get that twerk that we wanted.
Or you got to buy a section.
Because when you buy a section, it awards you privileges that the general admission niggas don't get.
They don't get it.
Yeah. She gonna look a nigga up and down like, oh, you GA. Excuse me. That's exactly how that goes. Excuse me. I'm trying to go to the niggas with the section.
With the sections. But yeah, man, bringing it back full circle. Luda definitely beat Nelly's ass. And Ludacris is great.
But in Nelly's defense, although I wholeheartedly agree with you, I didn't know going into the battle, I thought Nelly just had, Air Force Ones, Country Grammar, Andale, E.I., Hide in Hair, and Tip Drill. Those are the only Nelly records that I could name off the, top of my head. But I was surprised because there's a lot of Nelly records that I forgot about. And I was more surprised.
You forgot about Nelly and Kelly.
Yeah, the Dilemma, And I was more shocked that Nelly was able to hold his own against a Ludacris who had records that he didn't even play. Because if you notice, Ludacris before the battle even started, he was playing throwaways just for like for like cocktail hour. While Nelly was getting
why they taking the pictures? Why they taking pictures?
Luda was playing Georgia. I'm like, oh shit, that ain't even talk to
grind and waiting all the time.
And so he was playing, he was Blueberry, Yum, all that shit. But I was surprised that Nelly had 20 records to combat with Luda's 20. Because I know Luda had 20. I didn't know
they were
Nelly
in the same
had
rookie
20.
class.
Yeah, I know, and I didn't know that either. I didn't know that until watching the battle. I knew it, I just forgot about it. But it was a great battle. The only battle I really only want to see now, bro, is
I got a couple.
I want to see Chris Brown and Usher, bro. That's it.
That'd be a good one.
That's the only. And I'm trying to think of who Trey Songz could go against.
Let me think on that.
Because I want to see.
I wouldn't mind seeing if I wanted to see like an old one. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind the motherfucking NSYNC Backstreet Boys one.
It's for the culture. This Verzuz is spelled with a Z, my nigga. This is for the culture.
I wanted to what you was gonna say. I wanted to see what you was gonna say.
This ain't.
I mean, but no. If I had my top,
bro,
if I had to name my top 5 battles that I'd want to see Wayne versus Drake. I want to see
Wayne versus Drake. That's a good one, but
that's a great one.
That's
Wayne got cuts, bro.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay,
that's a good one.
But Drake's still going though. Like Drake, like
Wayne could bring shit from Cash Money every time I come around.
No. What I'm saying is of course Wayne, of course. Like I went to the.
That's what I'm saying. They have the same amount of content.
Right, but what I'm saying is everybody that has done a versus, they're in the same time frame. Well, they've been kind of irrelevant, for a while. Drake's kind of relevant, you know what I mean? Like Luda, although Luda is getting ready to drop a new single,
but we're telling you. I'm not telling you what they can do. I'm telling you
what you want to see. What you want to see? Okay, you're right. All right, so Wayne and Drake, that's a good one. Who else?
I would love to see Jay-Z, Kanye. I would love to see J. Cole and Kendrick.
That's a good one.
Just going back and forth at it. Yeah.
Lupe and Common would be good.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah,
right?
I like Lupe though. Yeah.
It'll be interesting. I would like to see shit, man. Even if you did some of them cats off the Millennium Tour. The Millennium
Tour.
Tour.
Bow Wow and Omarion?
Something like that. You know what I mean? B2K versus Omarion. What's Omarion good? Not Omarion. What's Omarion, brother? Batman.
Oh, Immature.
Immature.
That nigga said Batman.
That's that nigga name, right?
Marcus Houston.
Marcus Houston. There we go.
That was his name too in the group. That his name was Batman and Immature.
Yeah, but that Usher and Chris Brown one would be good too.
That Usher and Chris Brown one.
You remind me of a girl.
And I'm sorry, bro. And I love Usher.
Once new.
I love Usher, but I think Chris Brown will see him. I think he's.
What about like music?
You know what?
Music Soul Child.
Nah, bro.
Maxwell.
This is the battle that I really want to see. And I ain't gonna even give you an opponent. I'm gonna just give you the nigga that I want to see in it. I'm gonna get a lot of heat from this.
Why Gucci versus Jeezy?
Yeah, but that ain't happening because them niggas still beefing, which is crazy. They not really like still beefing, like beefing, but they have yet to address the beef that they built over the years. So they got to get past that first before they can battle. But bro, throughout all these battles, bro, it's only one thing and one person I could think of about that nobody wants no smoke with. But unfortunately, because he's done what he did what he's done, or he did what he did, he can't battle us right now. He can't battle anybody for that matter. But his music is arguably the best music of all time. He's arguably the greatest R&B producer and R&B artist of all time. And I'm talking about R. Kelly. R. Kelly battle? That's really the only person who could battle Usher. I know I gave y'all a disclaimer, so y'all can't cut the podcast off right now. Y'all can't do it. I gave y'all a disclaimer. I let y'all know I shouldn't have been saying it. I'm gonna ruffle a lot of feathers. But I'm gonna keep it G with you. I'm gonna keep it G with you, Chris. It's a lot of Truth Crew. It's a lot of the Truth Crew that listen to R. Kelly and don't tell us. They don't tell us. They still listen to R. Kelly when they by themselves. And it's bruh. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this, Chris. I'm gonna tell you this. Bro, I'm gonna tell you this.
Great.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Fantastic.
Not only do I know it's people listening to R. Kelly and they don't tell us, they listen to R. Kelly in secret now. I know. Trust me. Niggas is listening to R. Kelly when ain't nobody around. But
I got one for you.
I took a trip back to that TP2.com just for funs and giggles, just for like laughs and giggles. Bro, when I tell you, R. Kelly made some cold ass music, bro. It sucks. And he's a creep and he's a pervert. And even Ludacris said it in his new song that he about to drop with Lil Wayne. He said, I love R. Kelly, but when he come on around my daughters, I feel uncomfortable. That's in his new verse that he about to drop, and I feel him because I love R. Kelly too. But when when Taylor is listening to it or something, I feel uncomfortable, but that doesn't deny his God-given ability to create some of the coldest music we've ever heard. And sometimes when I'm looking at these battles, I get sad because R. Kelly is such a dumbass that we're not going to be able to hear his music. You know what I mean? Because he got... I don't get sad. I know you don't, but, the nigga... Because I'm thinking about who could go against Usher and who could go against Chris Brown. That's the only nigga that could really give him a battle.
I got one that would actually be a good one that I think we could see. Dru Hill versus Jodeci.
Now it'd have to be Dru Hill versus Jagged Edge.
No.
Not Jodeci. No, not Jodeci. You can't put Drew.
You got me fiending. Jodeci got two albums.
Yeah, but
Jagged Edge got one.
Nigga, you crazy. Jagged Edge they got the album with,
at the altar when you're angels.
They got
Dru Hill would murder Jagged Edge.
No, they got Let's Get Married. They got shit. Why is this shit leaving me? No, I just watched the unsung on these niggas. Hold on, give me a second, bro. Give me a second.
Nigga, Cisco by himself would beat Jagged Edge. Just Cisco.
In your white dress. All right, so they got that one, and they got is I wanna be the one you love.
Yeah,
baby, I wanna be the one you love. They got that one, and they got let's see if I can pull it up before it escapes me. You know what?
New Edition versus Boyz II Men.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, and you're right. Dru Hill would murder Jagged Edge, but
Dru Hill crazy though. Dru Hill. 5 steps. As soon as they pull that one out, over. It's over. We would. Matter of fact, I'm about to.
Nothing.
Yeah, promise to me.
They got where the party at. I'm a party when you're around. Let me hear you. Man, Jagged Edge got hits. I don't know.
They got
hits. Walked Out of Heaven.
Yeah.
Walked out of heaven. Yep. Oh, I gotta be the one. That one. Oh, Good Luck Charm. They got cuts, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, bro. They got cuts.
I want to get, if it was Jagged Edge, I would want them to be around somebody in that same.
He can't love you like I love. They got cuts, Chris. I don't know, bro.
One of these went up, put it up in the mix. Hey, man, how about let's do this? Let's go on live and let's do 20 songs, 5 songs per 4 different categories, 5 songs per category, back head to head, me and you, and we'll let the people judge it.
For who? I mean, what groups?
We pick the 5 categories. We might do category 1, 90s R&B. Category 2, Jay-Z. Category 3. You know what I'm saying? We'll just figure out the categories and let's just make it happen. Fuck it. We can do 2 hours on that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And my audio ain't gonna fuck up. Here we go. We plan it. We'll figure it out. Maybe for show 85.
Yeah, because this episode, what, 81?
81.
Yes, sir.
It's good, man. We might as well get out of here.
Yeah, man.
It's about an hour and a half.
Yeah. It's probably a little bit longer than that. Yep. That was good. That was a good show, Bo.
Solid.
Good show.
It's like, Solid.
Good
Not
show,
bad.
Man. We took people back to the club. You know, we let them know. We let them know when they.
We dropped some gems in the beginning.
Oh,
6 weeks, man. Get your 6 weeks on, people.
Hey, and if you see a disturbance, or you not a disturbance, but if you see a change in, or a deviant change in behavior, like Chris said, then that's a flag. Not necessarily a red flag, but it's a flag.
Just a flag. All right, man. You can follow us. I'm at CD_on-the-move and at
I
the Truth
am
by CD.
The real THE real Ray JR on Instagram, R-on-3 at Twitter. Yeah, man. Just follow us and keep subscribing, keep liking, keep sharing.
YouTube.
If
you are listening to the pod on Spotify, go to YouTube, type in The Bottomless Truth, subscribe to the channel, and you can get all these clips.
Yep. And if you're on Instagram, man, the link is in our bios. So just go to my bio, click the link, man. Let's get these views up. Let's get these streams up, man. You can stream us any and everywhere they stream podcasts. Yeah, man, we appreciate it. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. And y'all stay safe. Hey, y'all still stay inside. I know all 50 states are kind of like lessening the restrictions on Corona and stuff like that and loosened up a little bit. But if I were y'all, I would still stay inside. We know Chris gonna be in these streets.
Nah, I'm not in the streets. I'm back in the gym though. You
got Memorial Day weekend plans, big dog?
Nope. I'm in the house.
I'm be in the house too. I think I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna chill. Zach was talking about doing something this weekend, just like
that'd be cool.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
All right, man. Y'all be easy.
All right, remember, do the right thing, and if you do the wrong thing, do it the right way.
Be
Here
good,
we go.